Fresno's troubled Granite Park running into even more issues. The city now terminating their lease with the Central Valley Community Sports Foundation. The city claims the operator, Terrence Frazier, owes the city more than $1 million in unpaid rent and other fees. KC24's Catherine Phillips has the very latest.
The city says they've had it, and the more they keep covering expenses for Granite Park, the less money they have in the general fund to spend on everything else.
I think it's smoke and mirrors, and it's ridiculous. It's really simple. You have a lease, follow rules. Instead, it's defiance and silence. Enough.
Fresno City Manager Georgianne White responding tonight to Terrence Frazier's claims that the city is unfairly targeting him and his organization, the Central Valley Community Sports Foundation. On Wednesday, the city announcing they're officially terminating its lease with the group at Granite Park, citing the foundation owes over $1.3 million to the city. White says they're owed $708,000 in back rent, $263,000 for PG&E, $151,000 for water and sewer fees, and $181,000 for billboard revenue. Frazier hosting a press conference today disputing the city's claims.
We paid rent more than 25 years worth in advance.
And saying he's been investing in the park, adding value to an otherwise neglected part of the city.
We'll gladly hand over the reins if the city choose to operate the park themselves, but fair compensation for our investment would be expected. Yet instead of negotiating in good faith by the city, they're attempting to seize our improvements for free.
White says this is just the latest issue they've had with Frazier and Granite Park. In 2022, the city threatened to terminate their lease then, after it was found the park didn't have the right liability insurance. White says they ultimately did get insured, but it would have proved disastrous if they didn't.
The most recent incident was so serious, in which a grandmother was beaten in the parking lot and sustained very serious injuries, and that was at the Big Bounce House event, and where there was no security, there were no parking lot attendants. That creates all sorts of liability for the city.
She adds there's been issues with incorrect parking and event protocols, causing other businesses nearby to grow frustrated with Granite Park. On Wednesday, Frazier was given a 3-day notice to vacate, and their lender has a 30-day notice to cure the default of their lease. If they don't, the city will go to court, and the eviction process will begin.
We've asked them to comply, and that is either met with silence or defiance. So enough is enough.
White wants to make it clear the park isn't closing. Anything already scheduled at the park will still continue. Reporting in the studio, Catherine Phillips, KC24, local news that matters.